In the bottom right, you guys, as the green Zerg winning the past 2 games, we have DaGrassAssn for strategic innovation. And in the bottom left, under the banner of PasT Gaming, as the yellow Zerg, we have XeNon looking to get a point here on the board here for PasT Gaming. Possibly sweep the clan war from this point. That'd be cool, huh? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We have a ZBZ here. Anything can happen. Both players could easily put down a spawning pool at this point and just cheese it up, but based on what we're seeing already, I'm guessing it's going to be a hatchery first here from both players. Both drones moving out here in unison, down to their natural expansions, and morphing into their hatcheries at the exact identical time. So we have mirror builds, you guys. We'll have to see if they decide to go for the geyser first, or if they decide to go for a spawning pool first. So it looks like we're going to have a little variation here in the openers of the players. We have a extractor here coming down for DaGrassAssn, and an extractor and a gas coming down here for XeNon. So it's actually mirror builds, just slightly slower gas here from XeNon. We'll have to see how that plays out in the matchup here. Obviously, it's going to be a quicker ling speed or Zergling speed for DaGrassAssn. But overall, it shouldn't affect the game too much, unless he makes unless DaGrassAssn has some sort of window where he makes a whole bunch of Zerglings and moves them across the map. But overall, I don't think it'll affect the matchup too much. Regardless, both players looking to make their double queen here, coming up very shortly. And about right now, we should see a bunch of queens in production on the production tab. And we have Zergling speed now being produced for DaGrassAssn, and it should be started up here for XeNon here in just a moment. There we go. So yeah, mirror builds essentially. We'll have to see how many drones they decide to produce on their natural expansion. The amount of drones is usually indicative of whatever specific timing they want to go for. So at any moment, either player could cut drones and just begin making Zerglings. We do have a Bailey Nest coming down here slightly faster here for XeNon. And looks like... okay, so it looks like DaGrassAssn has pulled out of gas and gone for a quick third base. And his opponent is going to have a Bailey Nest. So definitely a huge... Oops, sorry about that. A huge room for XeNon to do a bunch of Zergling aggression. No potential... Oh, first blood, okay. So yeah, it looks like Banelings can be very effective here. I'm not sure how to actually pull up the graphs, let me ask. We'll see what they have to say about that. So, we have a Roachmore coming down for both players. Looks like we've got essentially mirror builds still. Okay, this is interesting. Very cool. So let's say this is the most important one. It would appear as if DaGrassAssn has an income advantage right now, a pretty severe income advantage as well, I should add. That's very cool. Okay, anyway, so third base coming down here for both players. We do have a layer coming down here from XeNon. No layer yet here from DaGrassAssn, and both players still droning, so no one looking to put on some crazy aggression. We do need to see these Zerglings move up here and take out these Lings that are threatening the third base, which it looks like we got, what, 8-10 Lings, and XeNon doesn't have the units yet, needs to get these Banelings over here. But I think they're just going to get a cancel. No, he's just going to straight up kill it. These Banelings are not moving up here in time. All the Zerglings are dying. Third base is going to go down. Yeah, there's no denying it. The third base is going down, you guys. Ooh, gets a pretty good hit. He could still kill this third base if he micros well. Nope, looks like he's going to have to pull out and retreat here. Not going to be able to kill the third base. Very unfortunate for him. But good for our Zerg player from PasT Gaming, XeNon. Able to keep his third base. Very important right now, you guys. Keeping that third base. Let's check the income again, now that we have this fancy new graph that we can look at. So yeah, it looks like DaGrassAssn has been leading in income significantly for quite a while now, you guys. So it's not looking good in terms of income for XeNon. He's going to start falling behind exponentially in his army production. We can already see it's starting to spiral out of control. DaGrassAssn getting a pretty large lead. in terms of our active forces. We do have a Spire on the way for XeNon. Let me say it quietly so no one can hear. We have a Spire coming out, guys. But, so we should see just non-stop droning here from XeNon. Definitely needs to get all of his geysers going. Let's see if he's got that. Working on it. But, looks like DaGrassAssn moving out here. His rocks have been killed, so he's going to have to take these out and get across the map. Need to see the rocks here killed on XeNon's side of the map, too, otherwise he's going to be in a lot of trouble before his Mutalisks come out. Definitely need to see him working on that right now, or he's going to be in big trouble. Much as Zergling's moving out here. Looks like they're going to try for a counterattack. And yep, okay, the rocks are now being killed for XeNon's side of the map. And it would appear as if DaGrassAssn has already caught whiff of this, and he's going to stop XeNon from being able to do any sort of counterattack or kill the rocks. But he just goes right back to it. So, Mutalisk should be in production here at any moment. 6 Mutalisk. And it looks like the Roaches are pulling back. Ravagers and Zergling's moving up here to the rocks. Going to take those out. And yep, 5 Mutalisk in production, you guys. So he's going to have to try to hold this off, this whole entire army, with basically 5 Mutalisk. Or 7. Or however many he's able to produce. So we need to just see, actually just non-stop drones. If he's going to hold this with Mutas, then he's just going to need a lot of drones. Because currently, let's check the income that we have this fancy graph. Oh, looks like XeNon's now pulling ahead, probably in gas income. So Mutalisk are out, and they are looking to try to hold this off. But this is a pretty big army here from the DaGrassAssn. He's chipping away at these Roaches, but it's still a lot of HP. Bailey looking to get a massive connection, misses it entirely. And now we've got a huge Roach army here on the doorstep of XeNon. And Lings are running up into the main. This is a terrible, terrible thing here for a Mutalisk player. Lings ravaging the main mineral line, taking out a bunch of drones. We got Roaches in the natural expansion. They're looking to take out the entire base. All the drones fleeing for their lives. And this is a scary, scary engagement here for XeNon, trying to take this out. Without enough ground forces, he's going to lose a lot of drones, possibly his whole mineral line. And I think that this is going to be it for the game, you guys. He's lost so many drones. We can check Control R. 40 drones have been taken out. Muta's doing their best, but it's not enough. It looks like as I was speaking about that, the third base was taken out for DaGrassAssn, but we still have this huge engagement going on, guys. Let's check units. 10 drones are alive right now for XeNon. A very scary situation to be in. All 3 of his bases been ravaged, literally, by Ravagers. And we have a very interesting game, guys. 68 supply versus 45. Most of the supply here for XeNon is in Mutalisk. And these Zerglings instrumental in defending this. Alright, so the attack has been held, but at what cost? We've lost 41 drones here for XeNon. And we have spores going up all over the place. Muta's moving across the map. They need to get something done. They need to take out Overlords. They need to take out these Spine Crawlers, the Queen, even the Hatchery would be great. Ton of room for damage. Only 1 Queen here. All the Spines getting moved back. Every single Overlord is falling. He could have actually just came in and killed this Spore Crawler right away. But now there's too many. And he's going to have to try to find damage. We still need to see non-stop drone production. And we need to see the natural expansion get rebuilt for XeNon. It's very hard for him in this position, I will say. But a Ling drop could be pretty effective here, if he's able to get that going. He is still able to produce Mutalisks, so that's something to take into consideration. But yeah, very rough spot for XeNon, that's for sure. I wouldn't say he's totally out of the game yet, though. Does need to take out this third base here for DaGrassAssn, though. Oh, I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can hear Car, Bubba King. But anyway, third base getting taken out here. Mutalisk shooting away the little glaive worms, and that's going to go down. We do have a huge Roach army moving out, you guys. Massive Roach army. This is going to deal a lot of damage, and this has been scouted here by XeNon, so he's moving across the map here to take out these Roaches, and I think that they're going to be able to kill them. We do have a few Zerglings here just to kind of soak up some attacks here by DaGrassAssn's Roaches, and I think that this Roach army is going to get taken out. Hopefully, without XeNon taking too much damage. We do have 6 Hydralisks in production. Those probably should have been with this army, but it looks like all these Roaches are going to get taken out. Every drone kill that happens is very important here for DaGrassAssn. But it looks like every Roach is going to fall one by one. And they're all dead. A complete waste of money. Equalizing the supply. And currently, surprisingly, XeNon is leading in units or resources lost. So very favorable for him. But we need to see some sort of answer to all of these Hydralisks that are in production. Whether it be Banelings, Roaches, you know, anything would be good at this point. So XeNon coming over here, checking this third base again, seeing what's up. And this is actually not enough Hydralisks to deal with this army. 16 Middleisk, as long as you single target fire each Hydralisk, you can kill all of them. So, okay, we do have 26 Zerglings in production. That's a pretty sizable amount. Yeah, we need to see Zergling production for XeNon. It's very tempting for him to just continue to drone because he's lost so many, but it's actually extremely important for him to get units out. It would appear as if his opponent is now just going for pure units, and I think we're going to see a big move out here. At least the Zerglings, but I think this is going to get scouted here by the Mutalisk. Yeah, they've been scouted by the Overlord. We'll have to see if he responds to this. Yes, he is. Okay, so he's going to go over here and take out these Zerglings. Good play by XeNon, definitely. But these Zerglings are a little bit too fast for the Mutas, so they're going to get away, unfortunately. And we got Overlords spread all over the place here. Need to see these get moved, because the Hydralisk are going to be able to kill him pretty easily. But not sure what's going to happen in this game yet, guys. It's certainly anyone's game. Zerglings moved up here into the third base, going to take out the drone that wanted to be the hatchery. And now the Zerglings are running for their lives, getting glaive wormed to death. So we need to see something done here from XeNon. He needs to make some sort of units. Eventually these Hydralisk numbers are going to get out of control, and he's not going to be able to deal with them, which I think is going to be what's happening right now. Mutalisk need to be extra careful here. He can lose so many mutas to this. We wanted to kill that third base, but he's not going to be able to. He's got to retreat. XeNon moving away with his Mutalisk. And we've got Hydras here taking on a Overlord, and that is going to be a supply block. So we got Baneling speed and Zerglings on the way. A very, very good reaction here. We do have Roaches now in production for DaGrassAssn, which I think is a very wise move. I'd like to get some more defense for his army. Keep it safe, because he has a sizable amount of Hydralisks. So we do have Baneling speed on the way. XeNon is still droning, surprisingly. Both players still droning. But XeNon definitely needs to be very careful with his droning. He could actually take out the Spore Crawler and kill the Hydralisk den if he micros it correctly. That'd be devastating. That'd be a devastating loss. Yeah, it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. The Spore Crawler is falling. He needs to micro these mutas a little better, and he can take out this Hydra den. One Hydralisk comes up. He could kill that too. That's a free Hydra. Nope, he decides to not. So this Hydra den is in severe danger. Any amount of Zerglings that are moved over to this third base could take it out. DaGrassAssn with a slow and immobile army, definitely able to be manipulated when it comes to multi-pronged harasses. So these Zerglings could easily go take out this third base. And it looks like this Extractor getting taken out. I'd like to see the Hydralisk den get taken out. That's a huge kill. Very close to dying. One more shot, one more volley, and the Hydralisk den falls. That is a big loss. A huge loss for DaGrassAssn. So, if we see a huge morph of Banelings right about now, that should line up perfectly with killing this Hydralisk army. Looks like this Overlord, let's see. This Overlord is catching sight of this army, so we should see some Banelings in production here. 7 Banelings in production. He does have Baneling speed, but these Baneling connections need to be absolutely sound. This is a lot of Hydralisks, and if the Baneling connections are not good enough, this army will overwhelm XeNon. I would like to actually see him keep producing Mutalisk as well. You really want to have more Mutalisk in the fight, but he needs to be extra careful. If these Mutas go down, it's over. So it looks like he's moving over here to the third base of DaGrassAssn. Looks like he wants to just take it out straight up and get killed by a bunch of Spore Crawlers. And it looks like he's microing very well, taking that out. Well played by XeNon. But Zergling's moved up here into the third base of XeNon. He needs to get back here and take this out without running over top of the Hydralisks. And we do have a lot of Banelings being created, guys. Banelings coming out right at the perfect moment. Right, all the Hydras. Oh, every Hydra is going to fall, guys. All the Hydras are dead. Perfect engagement by XeNon. Loses all the drones on his third base, but it's perfectly fine. No big deal. He did what needed to be done. He took out the Hydralisks. The third base has fallen for DaGrassAssn, so income is starting to become scarce. And we are probably going to see a GG out of DaGrassAssn here very soon. That was a beautiful engagement by XeNon. Mutalisk moving up here into the natural expansion. Getting a couple shots off against these Hydralisks. Too many Spore Crawlers to take a direct engagement, but that's okay. He can just morph Banelings and just run them right in. So drones getting killed, getting picked off. Not enough Hydralisks out to deal with this number of Mutalisk. Every Overlord is falling. And DaGrassAssn in a very bad position. Not much he can do from here. He's about to mine out. His main's almost mined out. And XeNon in a dominating position here. We can check income. Vastly in favor here of XeNon. Check production. Hydralisks are still in production, but I don't think it's going to be enough, guys. I think he's just hanging in here until it's the end, the true end. Mutalisk flying in here. Very good and diligent scouting here from XeNon with his Mutalisk. Checking, killing all the Overlords. Not a single Overlord. We can check the map here. Map vision. And DaGrassAssn barely able to see anything as compared to his opponent who sees quite a bit more. So we have Lings checking around here for extra bases. And we have DaGrassAssn trying his best, trying to get a third base going. But this is the final army, I would say, for him. Looks like he's going to go try to do something with it. Very slowly. Stutter stepping. So third base in production. But XeNon is spiral out of control. And all we're really waiting on is for XeNon to finish the game. But when you're ahead, might as well get more ahead. So he's putting down a fourth base instead of, you know, possibly risking throwing the game. Always a good move, that's for sure. So we do have 2,000 gas right now for XeNon. That's a lot of gas. He can make a lot of Mutalisk with that if he wanted to. So both players just turtling, sitting at their third bases. Really, I mean, XeNon just has to A-move at this point. It's not even enough. He could kill all those Hydras with just these Mutas. He just single target every single Hydra and they all die. But being cautious is never a bad thing. So gas continuing to spiral out of control. We got 2,300 gas now from XeNon, and it just continues to rise. No more mutas in production, looks like. We saw like one produced earlier. We have armor on the way, and just continue droning. So from this point, there's actually no way DaGrassAssn can come back except with Infestors. 4 to 6 Infestors could be instrumental in creating an engagement that allows him to win the game. But with just this army, he's in a lot of trouble. And we can see that the supply is starting to spiral out of control at a 2-to-1 ratio in favor of XeNon. So Muta's coming in here, wiping out all the drones, killing them all. He does lose a few Mutalisk, but he can afford to lose them. Check units lost tab. Pretty greatly in favor of XeNon. So we can check the workers killed here as well. 62 workers have been killed by DaGrassAssn. If any of you have forgotten, XeNon was basically almost killed this game. It's hard to think that, you know, after you look at the supplies at this point in the game, but yeah, 62 drones have been killed. That is a lot. It's a huge Overlord party. I'd love to see them dance. It's a great Overlord dance party. But anyway, a bunch of Mutalisk moving over here to the main base, and then flying away because Caster Curse. But yeah, we're just waiting on XeNon. He could just literally move into these Hydras with just Mutas. I think he'd kill it. But we got an Ultralisk Cavern in production. We have Chitinous Plating. We have +1 armor, and we have +1 armor for Spire. Flyer Carrier Base about to finish here for XeNon. Oh my god, a Roach killed a Zergling. It's happening. Things are happening. Queen, kill it. Oh, savage. Anyway, Mutas, moving over here to the Hydras. I'd like to see him just kill these Hydras. His army is more than adequate to deal with this. Spore Crawler's getting one shot now, basically. Just flying around, killing them all. I'd like to just see him kill these Hydras, though. No big deal for him. Bunch of Baneleys. They are very pretty. Very, very bright yellow. So we got a Zergling killing a drone, and ... is called. Alright, GG. 200 supply, 5 Ultras in production, and GG is finally called after some delay. Game number 3 going to XeNon and PasT Gaming.